Hey everybody, Aaron here. I've been lineman on the east coast of Canada for 15 years now. I got something a little bit different for you here today. It's an older scam that seems to have been resurfacing over the last few months, in which a product is being sold in which they claim can save you hundreds of dollars a year on your power bill. Power companies hate this device, they claim. They use some pretty convincing advertising, as do most scams. They call this device a power factor saver. And while power factor does exist, and can cause actual issues with the efficiency of power, I can assure you that it does in no way affect the cost to you as a consumer. First of all, if it did, this device would be in every home in North America. And second, the meter on your home takes into account power factor already and only bills you for the actual power used and not the apparent power in which must be supplied. But I'll get to that in a moment. First thing I'd like to go over is their marketing approach. Con artists are pretty smart. So how do they make this device so convincing? Well, first of all, they attack you where we are most vulnerable. Rising costs in electricity is a problem that plagues every single one of us, no matter where you live. Who doesn't want an easy solution to save money on their power bill? Second, they push advertising early in the winter, every year, when most people get that first overwhelmingly high power bill, and by the time they purchase the product and begin using it, their bill naturally decreases anyways, as the average temperature begins to rise. Yet some people are convinced that the natural decrease is a result of this tiny plastic box. So what you're seeing here now is an actual test of the product. I split the cord in order to measure the amperage to the fan with and without the device plugged in. You see, motors are one of the biggest causes of bad power factor, so we should see a slight decrease in current. But we don't. Nothing changed. That could be for one of two reasons. Most appliances in our home already have power factor correcting devices, i.e. capacitors, built into them. Or the device just plain doesn't work. So how can they get away with selling this device without it being fraud? Well, after opening the device, it does seem as though there is a capacitor inside, which, mathematically speaking, should correct a negative power factor. Typically speaking, load on a power system is reactive. This reactive power is what causes inefficiencies. I'm not going to go too much further into this explanation, as it gets pretty boring, but it's capacitance that corrects this inefficiency. Unless, of course, too much is applied, in which case that's just as bad. Power companies use capacitors out on the lines to correct these inefficiencies. They are positioned in size according to studies done by the engineers. If power factor is not corrected, it can be costly, as the power supplied must take into account this apparent power that is needed. We only just scratched the surface of what power factor is, and it's already getting pretty confusing. So this is all you need to know as a residential consumer. The meter on your home measures in watts. Transformers are rated in VAs. The VA, or volt amps, is the higher number of the two readings. Power companies do keep track of this and occasionally do bill large industrial customers for VAs, as there is a cost associated with providing the peak power needed, but never do they charge residential customers for this. Nor is it even a significant enough number to really even worry about. Your meter reads in kilowatt hours, just as is stated on your power bill. And kilowatt hours only take into account the true power that is used. So if you were thinking about getting one of these devices, don't. And remember, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Don't fall victim to these scams. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Please like and subscribe to my channel for many more videos about line work and the power line system, including an upcoming video which talks about how linemen are involved when there's fire.